Hey y'all, today I'm going to talk to you about this Valden Optics. So this is the Venapo 3-21x35. It is a 384 resolution with a 35mm lens, 30mm tube. Let's talk about how this scope performs. As far as your contrast and your brightness, there are 10 different brightness and contrast settings on each of those, so you can really fine-tune this thing into your eye. It has performed very well in all weather conditions. We've had the kind of fortunate, unfortunate experience of having just a lot of different weather changes lately. With these different weather changes, we've had really hot, really humid, high dew points, getting down to super cold with high dew points, raining, foggy. We've had it all. And this scope here has actually performed very, very well in it. Very, very clear scope. The 50 hertz processor and a 12 micron. It's just been a really, really good scope. So what does that mean as far as your processor? 50 hertz processor means that the processor is processing faster and faster. So a lot of times with a scope, you guys will look through a scope and you'll get that click and that pause when you're looking through the scope. Well, that doesn't mean something's wrong with your scope. It's just auto-correcting itself for different temperatures and humidity levels. It's resetting that picture. The micron, easiest way to explain like a 12 micron. The smaller the micron setting, the clearer and cleaner the picture is going to be. So what is a micron? So let's think about like a television. So in a television, you've got a TV and you've got all these boxes. So you've got all these boxes, right? And a micron is measured from center of this box to the center of this box. Excuse me. Well, if you've got center to center and your box is this big, it's going to be more pixelated than if your box is this big. So with a 12 micron, it shrinks that down and actually makes your little boxes smaller to clean and clear up your picture. And that's what this has, a 12 micron, which a lot of the leading scopes today have gone to the 12 micron. 4 different color palettes, which is your standard color palettes, your white hot, black hot, fusion, and then red hot. Picture-in-picture mode, which is important. A lot of guys like using that picture-in-picture. And then it's got onboard internal automatic shot recording with sound, as far as you can do it on the outside here too, so you can manually record with sound, or it does auto shot recording. So let's go back to that zoom. This has 2 different positioning in your zooms. So your zoom is done here on this dial, okay, right here on the side. If you click it one time, that's where you get your 1248. You click it again, and now you can step up into a different zoom. So it's got 2 different zoom positionings. Now you can go, 1, 1.2, 1, and you can actually scale that up very, very slowly all the way to a 21 power. Hot tracking, your DPC, I mean, it's basically has everything that you could need in a thermal. Now, I have used this thing during the day and at night here in Texas and a lot of other states. As long as you're hunting that specific animal in legal light hours, you can use a thermal. We're fortunate enough to be able to use a thermal day and night here. So like we can use a thermal till a half hour after sunset for deer, and then we have to switch over to hogs. So I've used this scope here for deer hunting and for hog hunting. So good night of deer hunting, got her finished up. 2 deer down, and been very, very happy with it. The picture quality day and night has been absolutely awesome. I mean, you're going to be hard pressed in a 384 resolution to find one that's got a picture this clean and clear. It's been very, very good. Now, I particularly myself, I like to use a red reticle with black hot. That's what I like to use. White hot, you can tend to detect and see things out 1,000 yards. I use black hot when I get up closer, because black hot gives me more of a better outline of what the animal is. I can do recognition a lot better with black hot. You can see out with this scope. I can't remember what it's rated at, but I think it was rated at like 1,200 yards. I have detected animals way, way out, I mean, farther than 1,200 yards with this scope, and recognition-wise is usually about half of that. This has been very, very clear. recognizing the difference between deer walking around at night and hogs walking around at easily, 800-900 yards. So it's been a very, very good scope. One shot zero is super simple on this. That's been fantastic. It's just been an all-around great scope. Being able to download it real quick and easy to a computer and pull your videos off of it. One thing that I would like to see in the future is an app that goes right to your phone, which I think they said that they were working on. Just a great scope, guys. With this extra CR123 and the 18650 in there, every time I've went to recharge this after a full night of hunting, my CR123 is still at full power. And the scope on this thing has been probably, I would say, the longest I hunted with it and had it turned on was probably about 9 hours maybe. And out of that 9 hours, I still had over a quarter hour or a quarter of the battery power left. So it's been a great scope, guys. You'll be hard pressed to find one that's going to be any better. It's got a really good operating system. So up here on top, you've got your power button plus your sleep. You've got your camera, video right here, and your different color palettes. So you just click this and go through your color palettes. On the side over here, excuse me, this is your zoom right here. So if you want to zoom this, you're just going to take and turn that to zoom, long press the center button, and get into your menu. So if you short press it, it changes your zoom options, but if you long press it, then you get into your menu and you can palette through. So using my phone, I really can't focus that in too much, but you can see how, this just palettes right through very easily on your menu, and it just has a ton of different settings to be able to go through. Like I said, there's 10 brightness, 10 contrast, 5 sharpness, there's warm and cold. There's just a lot of different settings on here. So please like and subscribe. Look in the link below. There's a description down below. Tell your friends about us if there's something else you want to see, or if you've got questions on this Valden Optics. Man, reach out to us. Let us know what you think, and we'll do our best to answer any questions you might have. But I want to thank you guys for watching.